Welcome back to Murder is Game Over, Murder Otaku. That's the name of the game. So I really hope I haven't had the name of the game incorrect for this entire video walkthrough. Because I thought the name was just Murder is Game Over Otaku, but it's a Murder Otaku. It's a little different. We've got a doggy bag. Nice. Okay, so in the previous video, we solved the riddle, which was to reach the secret hidey, you look at the 5 statues. So we had to find 5 statues throughout the entire game. Then we had to find the piano on the first floor. So now we're going to find this hidden speakeasy. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What's this? Ooh. We found it. I don't see any secret treasure, though. According to the newspaper article, secret stash of gold. He was not talking about gold money. He was talking about gold rum. So the police couldn't take away his gold rum. He already drank it all. No treasure to be found in this speakeasy. Billy was wrong. Nothing but a few empty bottles of booze. And it's probably so old you can't drink it. Maybe there's a clue somewhere in this catacomb, though. Let's check it anyway. Like, we went through a lot of trouble to find this hidden place. Maybe there's a clue somewhere. Maybe there isn't. Doggy bag. Only one more doggy bag left. I feel like we're doing it. I feel like we might actually get all the doggy bags. Okay, that looks like a clue. Nope, those are just random candles. Alright, and this is still like a huge maze. Oh my gosh, I can't figure out anything. Where am I? Okay, that was the speakeasy. Okay. Let's just follow along the wall. Okay, follow along the wall. Last doggy bag. All right, we found all the doggy bags in the game. Hooray! We did it. We're awesome. Okay, so still following along the wall. Found a clue. It's the elevator buttons, but they're fake. Oh, I totally called it! Yes! Somebody used fake elevator buttons to change where the floors were by sticking them on top of the real buttons. The first floor and the basement were switched, and then they switched 12 with 13. That way, when somebody pressed the button for the first floor lobby, they're taken to the basement. Or if somebody wanted to go to the 12th floor, they go to the 13th floor. Well, we don't exactly know how they were arranged at the time of the murder, but somebody did talk about being sent to the wrong place. I'm forgetting exactly who. Okay, so I'm gonna just use the hint to double check I am correct. We found all the evidence. We're ready to solve the mystery. Oh, this is it! Endgame challenge. We found all the clues, met all the suspects, and covered all the evidence. We're ready to contact Officer Adams and explain everything. Let's do it. Want the explanation? Yeah, I'm totally sure. Hello? Yes, Detective. Officer Bailey and I will have everything prepared. So this should be cool. We should get a big, nice long explanation for the murder. Do you want to guess? I want correct guesses. Yeah, I'll do it. I can figure it out. So who is the killer? Oh my gosh, I have absolutely no idea who the killer is. Let me think about it. Okay, I paused to watch my previous videos and think it over. I still have no idea who the killer is, but I'm gonna go with Hannah. I'm going with Hannah. Hannah or Kiki. Choose your difficulty level. Let's do it. Let's do it hard mode. Let's do it hard mode. Why not? Why not? Oh, and I can save my game right before. Okay, well that's good. In case I really, really screw up. So the hours before dawn. Everybody's here, just everybody. Okay. How long are you gonna put us through the shame and dishonor? I'm jet lagged. It's the middle of the night. Do Americans have any idea who killed my singer? We need to figure out what happened, no matter what. I understand your frustration. I'm gonna try to make this as clear as possible. Somebody in this room killed Rena, and I know who it was. Her death was a perplexing one. Seemed impossible. The victim screamed inside a locked hotel room on the 12th floor. Then later her body was found inside this locked theater. Although the old hotel is prone to decades of rumors about ghosts and supernatural, I have a logical explanation about the murder. Her singing career may have brought her legions of fans, but here at Yokai Con, she was surrounded by bitter enemies with dark motives. Oh, rubbish. I just met the poor girl. Billy, after the victim's body was discovered, you did everything you could to convince the police that the death was an occult phenomenon. You wanted to start up ghost rumors. You have an ulterior motive for spreading these ghost rumors. I know what it is. It is the balance sheet. Your beloved family's hotel was in heavy debt to the bank, with foreclosure looming unless you make a lot of money quickly. If your hotel becomes famous for an unsolved murder case, you'd get a lot of media attention and you'd be rich. It's true, if I don't repay my loan, the bank closes the doors, but I didn't kill her. You can't accuse me of that. Nevertheless, you may have gotten the idea from your employee, Hannah, when she brought this spooky trinket to your attention, the Oni statue. So that showed up 1 week ago, and 2 weeks ago the elevator was broken. And we think that this was like used to kill the elevator, so that timeline doesn't work. Your boss told you to leave the creepy red statuette on her desk in the lobby. Somehow it turned up in the victim's locked bedroom. Yeah, how did that happen? Leave my staff out of this. You've got a lot of nerve. I'm only suggesting you had an accomplice in your plan to turn the accomplice is misspelled, into a horror tourism destination. You and your hired help weren't the only ones who could have had the opportunity to conspire together. Hey, it sounds like you're just going on a wild goose chase here, Detective. You're totally lost. Only when you admit you had your own secret reasons for financing the convention. I admit nothing. Oh yeah? You were here on a treasure hunt. We found this strange document, Bartholomew's Riddle. Yeah, you found it was left behind. You thought it would lead you to treasure. But it doesn't. It just leads to a bunch of old alcohol. Dad, is that true? Yeah, sorry. I don't really care about your anime stuff. I just want to make money. Okay, Gary, it's true. I thought Yokai Con was a poor business idea, like most of my daughter's whims and fancies. When I found out that sheet of paper, I knew I'd figure out something nobody else picked up on. Hosting the event here would give me ample time to search for the treasure. You fool! The treasure was rum! There's no treasure. Wait, you knew about that? He was my grandfather. Seriously. So the treasure hunt was a dead end, but Bartholomew, the Prohibition-era bartender, wasn't the only one bootlegging. What do you mean? Unlicensed merchandise. Cleo and I found this suspicious item in the convention suite. It's obviously the cosplay wig? Yeah. So is it just bootleg merchandise? I guess it's bootleg merchandise. I thought somebody used it to disguise themselves as the victim and throw off the time of death, but I guess I was wrong. Darn! My solution was wrong. Your father was planning to start mass producing and selling these accessories, with you as, well, the accessory. Okay, fine, I took the wig. I couldn't resist it. The craftsmanship is fantastic. Oh my gosh, I had to have it. I know the situation looks hairy, but I didn't kill Rena. Seriously, I wouldn't kill her to get a wig like hers. You're gonna steal the costume design? Really, that's all? All you want to do is exploit her. What about you, Ori? It sounds like she was putting your record label under pressure. Excuse me? She was gonna leave the record very soon. Cleo and I discovered that when we read this important document, the record contract. The one she hasn't renewed. Okay, it's true. If she left our company, it would be a PR disaster. I didn't want to let that happen. I didn't kill her. Rena was gonna graduate? She's gonna leave the music business. That would have been hard on her fans. But you, Kiki, you were very jealous of her, even though she was your hero. So we read your diary. I don't want to do this. It goes against every aspect of my being. It's horrible, but I don't have a choice. Okay, fine. Yeah, I had to drum up drama with her for attention. Hey, Kiki, be quiet. That's against the rules. You can't tell people. So what? I don't care. She's dead, okay? I'm not gonna have a fake feud with a dead person. Oh man, that sounds like juicy gossip, says Stella. Exactly, Stella. You know a lot about the murder victim's history because you were following her. 2 years ago, which we know from the music zine. Special issue from 2 years ago. Even showed us this unpublished picture of Rena and her friend Jennifer. Maybe you're trying to blackmail Rena with this. Maybe she wouldn't pay. Ooh, I didn't think about that. That's not true, I just wanted to interview her. Her idol group, Rena X Jaime, meant so much to all the fans. We all wanted Rena to succeed after her partner died. The victim meant a lot to you, Robert. I really enjoyed her music. Lots of people did. Yeah, but you were very upset when she spurned your advance, as we saw from the rose bouquet. You got her a bouquet of roses. It's true, I had a huge fan crush on her, and she just walked by me. I didn't know she was going to retire from music. I guess I only thought of her as a performer. That might be why she acted the way she did. So as you can see, everybody has a reason to resent her or benefit from her death. Everybody's got a motive. At first it appeared as though each of you had an alibi, though. But I think the time is wrong because of the switching of the buttons on the elevator. So she screamed from inside her locked hotel room on the 12th floor. I heard her scream. I raced around the floor and the lobby trying to find Betty. Yeah, Mr. Kramer can confirm my alibi. We were arguing. Yeah, we're basically all three of us are a trio. Robert and I were watching the music videos. We were talking when we heard the scream. Affirmative. Well, I was nowhere near her bedroom. I was in the exposition hall. I was lost in the basement, says Stella. I was on the 13th floor. Then how is the murder possible? When we explored the secret catacombs, we found the clue that was as good as gold. A clue that explains the whole locked room puzzle. It's the fake elevator buttons. Yeah, so that's how Stella got lost in the basement, is because she wanted to go to floor 1, but somebody switched the buttons. Similarly, somebody must have switched 12 and 13. And like, that was also Stella. Stella said she saw the victim press the button for number 12. So that means the victim must have gotten off at 13 then, right? So we found a set of fake buttons, which were a perfect match. That was the trick the culprit used to make it seem like an impossible crime. Arison heard a woman scream from inside the hotel room, but the true murder had already taken place somewhere else. The victim was already dead. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, so the panel is designed so the higher floors are read down to up and left to right. But if the pattern was changed inconsistently, like 12 is switched with 13 without any other changes, that would be weird. So that's why the culprit had to make 2 sets of fake buttons to switch B in 1 and then 12 and 13 at the same time. Alright, okay, we've got that. This simple trick is what made the crime possible. So multiple people saw her leaving the foyer in the elevator after she was threatened by Kiki, and then approached by Robert. So when she left the foyer on the first floor to retire for her bedroom, she pressed button 12. But that took her to number 13. She must have been killed on number 13. Right, Cleo? So she got off on floor 13. She was killed by the murderer then. The killer had no reason to lie about their whereabouts at the time of death, as long as everybody believed the victim was killed inside the hotel room. Then who killed Reina? I'm still gonna go with Hannah, I guess, because she was on the 13th floor. Hannah's the murderer! You lured the victim to the 13th floor. But I saw her leave the elevator and enter her locked hotel room. Yeah, no, that was Hannah wearing a wig. Wearing that fantastic wig. And then you heard her scream. So here's what happened. Reina comes out on the 13th floor, very confused. It's like, wait, this isn't my normal floor. I've waited 2 years for this moment. Murder time! And as soon as Reina got off the hotel, Hannah Coe was armed with the murder weapon, ready to strike, quickly slit the throat of the famous J-pop singer who she hated so much. Then Hannah, disguised as her, that would be why she didn't say anything to anyone. So disguised by the signature look with long bangs of hair and a medical face mask. Yeah, the face mask also did suggest a disguise, because she was hiding what her face looked like. Hannah walked right past Tomokazu, Ori, and into the hotel room. She already stole the victim's keycard. She put the sinister-looking Japanese statue in the room at this time. And then she waited. Waited a bit, then she screamed. So when Ori-san heard, he immediately went to get help. He ran to the first floor, but okay, so that means the coast was clear for her to leave the room. The rest was, well, housekeeping. During the intensive hotel-wide manhunt to search for Reina, Hannah Coe had lots of time to clean up the crime scene. That blood-red towel, which we found in the hotel swimming pool, that was used to cover the victim's body so it wouldn't be seen. The blood was filtered out when Hannah drained the water in the pool. The wig, placed in the exhibition hall, where Hannah knew that Lana would be enticed by it. Reina's hotel room keycard was dumped in the basement, where Cleo noticed it. I don't understand. How did the victim move the body? Well, it must have been through that, like, broken elevator. I guess it wasn't broken? Like, the front door was locked. The freight elevator has been reported as broken, but maybe it wasn't broken. Maybe Hannah just lied about that. All lies and deception! Who reports the broken windows on the 13th floor? Who anonymously sends the mysterious statue to the hotel and shows it to her boss? Who says the elevator's broken? So, the elevator was 100% working at the time of the murder. Alright. So that was that weird popping noise I heard from the basement. That was, the killer destroying it. After killing Reina with the machete, Hannah used it a second time to break the elevator cables once that job was done, which creates the illusion of the locked room, and it corroborates her claim that the freight elevator was broken all along. Yeah, she was not expecting somebody else to be in the basement at the time to overhear that. She accidentally kicked over the bucket of paint and tracked a few footprints in that locked theater. You're obsessively plotting to murder Reina for a long time. When you saw she was performing at Yokai-Con, you took the job at the hotel and agreed to work under the table for low wages. Also, you could formulate the perfect crime. You wanted your revenge, didn't you, Rachel? Rachel? Who's Rachel? Rachel's the true identity of Hannah. This old issue of Stella, J-Pop magazine from 2 years ago, describes a harrowing account of Jennifer Jaime Beauregard's shocking and untimely death at a public photo shoot. Or a photo shoot at the public gardens. Found dead at a photo shoot in the public gardens. Jennifer passed away due to her allergic reaction. Her body was recovered by her duet partner, Reina Ishida. Jennifer was survived by her parents and sister, Rachel. Stella, the zine's editor-in-chief, showed me that secret picture taken by her automatic camera. The one that only Stella and Jaime's family members knew about. Incredible! It looks like Reina killed Jaime by stabbing her. I don't believe it. This photograph from 2 years ago is Rachel's motive for Reina Ishida's murder. Stop calling me Rachel. I think it's time you clear up who Rachel is. Cleo and I figured it out when we watched an old performance video from Jaime x Reina.
When you fell from the sky in my arms,
yeah, we got to hear the music. Thanks for enjoying our music video. We want to thank our friends, family, and our fans all over the world, especially my sister Hannah Coe for making these costumes. Like Hannah Coe, Hanako. Those sound similar. So, Hannah Coe, or Rachel Beauregard, is, it's gotta be the sister, right? I think. I don't know why they're giving me different options here, because this is confusing me. Is it not sister? Did I get that wrong? And the motive was revenge. Hannah Coe's true identity is Rachel Beauregard, Jennifer's sister. In the music video, she is credited as Hanako, or Hannah Coe. How amusing, detective. How did I move her heavy body from the 13th floor all the way to the theater on the 1st floor? It is impossible, but it seems like your theory is just totally crazy, detective. Oh no, don't tell me I got it wrong. There's gotta be a clue that explains it. What could the clue be? The dog toy! No, Cleo, now's not the time to play. Dog toy! Look, that dog toy doesn't explain anything. Dog toy! Okay, I get it. Where did Cleo and I recover this dog toy? Well, it's in the laundry cart. Yeah, we found this laundry cart on the hotel roof. It's used to conceal and transport the victim's body from the 13th floor using the freight elevator. The murderer tried hiding it on the roof in hopes of preventing the police from making this connection. You're a master of disguise, Rachel. If Cleo and I hadn't recovered those phony elevator buttons from the underwater drain in the catacombs, you might have escaped. The evidence proves you're the only person who had the opportunity to commit this horrible crime. I never expected somebody to find my phony elevator buttons when I dropped them into the storm drain in the courtyard. Fine, it's true. Evil face. What is with the evil Oni statue? Since that fateful day, I became like the Japanese Oni statue. Pure, evil, hell-bent on avenging Jennifer's death. Nothing would stand in my way. All my schemes led to what happened earlier tonight. When I saw that secret photograph in the magazine, the photograph... I knew that the worst was true. Reina stabbed my sister to death in cold blood. Also, she could ink a deal with Oricon Records as a solo performer. Greed and selfishness for her music career. Do what you want with me. I don't care. You people aren't my judges. Reina got away with murder and she deserved to die by my hand. You're wrong, Rachel. Reina didn't murder your sister. It's the opposite. She tried to save your sister. No, you're lying. Look, Jennifer is documented to have died from an allergic reaction, not a stab wound. You're asking me to disbelieve my own eyes? That photograph reveals the true story. I never trusted anybody who tried to get close to Jennifer once her singing started getting noticed. Not even doctors. I'm the only one who cared about my sister. Everybody else wanted to hurt her. She's actually holding the auto-injector. That's what's in her knife. That's not what's in... She hid the auto-injector inside her knife. That makes no sense. Sorry about that. She's not holding a knife, she's holding the auto-injector. So this was the opening cutscene. Jennifer, take this. She rushed back to the car as fast as she could, but it was too late. Don't you see, Rachel? Miranda didn't want any of this to happen. She just wanted your sister to be alive and happy, and that's why she was going to quit her musical career to become a doctor. She signed on with Oricon Records after her partner's untimely death so she could live Jaime's dream of being a J-pop idol music star. Secretly, she was miserable and mourned the loss of her best friend and performance partner. So when she was done with her contract, she was going to leave the music career. That's why she didn't want to sign a new contract. Now it's time for her to graduate being an idol and live her own dream. She was accepted to medical school. She was going to become an allergist so she could save people like Jaime. Reina, if only the fans knew how selfless she really was. Yes, I see. Stella, this is all your fault, you sick paparazzi. If you hadn't taken that accursed photograph. Jennifer, what have I done? Don't worry, your sister will always love you. Run away! Woo! Quick, after her! Oh, jeez. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. What do we do? Where did she go? Did she run away? This leads outside. This door is locked by the police. Okay. She did not go outside. Did she rush to the elevator? The police disabled the elevator, so the killer couldn't have escaped there. Did she go to mezzanine? Did she go? Oh no, don't tell me she ran outside to where the bee thing was. Rachel! No, don't, no! Reina! She purposely got herself stung by bees so she would have an allergic reaction. She's dead. Epilogue. What happened afterwards? Of course, Yokai-Con was canceled that weekend in light of the horrible murder, but the spirit of anime fandom endures. You guessed that Hannah was a killer before the explanation started. Yeah! I'm really great! I'm just a good detective. You successfully guessed the killer, and murder is game over. Murder Otaku. Congratulations, well done. Yeah! Yeah, I knew it was the buttons clue that had to be important. And Hannah was the one on the 13th floor. And we found all the doggy bags. Aw, we get a special Japanese treat. 2 months later. It says in today's newspaper that Betty raised enough money to prevent her from scary tourism to pay off her bank loan and keep the family hotel. Well, that's good. Billy lost money on his investment in Yokai-Con, but I think he'll be alright financially. Next, I think I'm going to sell my company. That's safer than some treasure hunt. Kiki Kiki went to have a promising career as a J-pop music artist with Oricon Records. Good for Kiki. In her exclusive interview in Stella, she revealed she's secretly dating a computer expert she met in Philadelphia. Oh my gosh! Really? Her and Robert? Well, that about wraps it up. I sure hope nobody else is gonna get murdered in the next few minutes. That does sometimes feel like it happens when you're reading, like, old murder mysteries, where it feels like the author got to the end of the murder mystery. Everything's all wrapped up, but the book is too short, and so somebody else gets killed, and then the book continues for another 100 pages after that. Whew. Well, Cleo, it looks like we have time to relax and play video games. What do you think? Collect all the doggy bags, avoid the 4 ghosts. Oh my gosh, where am I? Okay, I'm the dog. This is so cool. Oh man, this is like a weird version of Pac-Man. I am enjoying it. Oh, I failed. Oh. I think these are villains from like previous games in the series. They're all kind of going after me at the same time. Alright, I think I've got it. Woo! You win! Play again? No, that's enough for me. That's enough. Thanks for playing Murder is Game Over, Murder Otaku. We hope you enjoyed Cleo and Guy's latest spooky murder mystery adventure. Since you made it this far, leave a review of the game or check out the other games in the Murder is Game Over series. The end. Alright, so thank you very much for watching me play Murder is Game Over, Murder Otaku. Shout out to Matthew Myers, who gave me this review copy of the game in order for me to, do the video walkthrough for it. The song vocals, ooh. Ah, detective voice. What was detective voice? I guess those are like the sounds that, like, didn't the characters make... I mean, somebody did a scream voice, right? Somebody did a scream. So maybe that's what the, these things are. Sound effects, yeah, you can get screams on freesound.org. Yeah, that's definitely a thing you can do. Well, I have played the Blackington Curse, but not the other games in this series, so it looks like there might be 2 more games in this series. It's on my to-do list. I'll check it out someday. And I think that's everything. Once again, thanks for watching my video walkthrough. Bye!